Hi, thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time checking in, please click that subscribe button down below, and remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Nest temperature sensor. This sensor goes with the Nest E and the 3rd generation learning thermostats. I did pick up the 3-pack here, which at the time of this recording, they were offering $20 off if you buy 3. So basically it was $39 for each one, or you could spend $99 on all 3. So let's go ahead and we'll open it up here. As you see, it's pretty simple. You have your instruction manual, you have your warranty information, and here you have the temperature sensor itself, which is 1.9 inches in diameter and 0.8 inches in height. And behind that, you have the mounting hardware, which is tucked away behind this piece of paper, which basically just gives you the option of a screw mount on the wall, or you can just leave it on a flat surface. It does have a rubber backing, so it won't slide around. The back of the sensor does have a removable panel for the replaceable battery, which does take a CR2 3-volt lithium-ion battery, and that also should last up to about 2 years from what Nest is saying. This little tab on the back is the QR code which is needed in the setup process. So let's go ahead and do just that. I will walk you through the setup process, which is really simple. So these Nest sensors get set up really the same way any other Nest product gets added to your account. You go into the settings menu up here in the right hand corner. You go ahead and go down to the add a product, and then you'll scan that little QR code that is dangling off the side of the sensor there. And then it's going to walk you through the setup process. It's going to give you the instructions the whole way through. You click next, and then it's going to connect it to your Nest account. Then the next process is going to be to activate it by pulling out the battery tab. And this next step is to take the sensor in the general area of where you plan on installing this. Before you go drilling any holes and making it a permanent mount, you want to make sure that this sensor can communicate with your thermostat in that position. And once it makes that connection, you're then going to tell it where it is in the house, which is just going to let you know in the future where those readings are coming from. And now you can go ahead and either drill a hole in the wall or just set it on the tabletop where it's going to rest, and you are all set with that sensor, and then repeat the process for the additional sensors. Now, I've owned a Nest thermostat for, probably 5 years, pretty much as long as they've been out, and I absolutely love these thermostats. But recently I actually switched to the ecobee thermostat with these sensors, which was short-lived. But my motivation to make the switch to the ecobee from Nest was from this article from David Phelan of Forbes. When he asked the CEO of Nest about HomeKit, the response he got was that a lot of customers asked the same question, that they're open to it, and that they're trying to find the right value. Well, for me, I've spent $845 on Nest products in my home, and that is the value to me, which ultimately is the value to Nest. And if they don't start supporting HomeKit, when somebody else comes along and can provide the cameras, smoke detector, thermostat, and all of these devices that does support HomeKit, people will start jumping. So I think it's time Nest make that a commitment and start supporting the HomeKit integration. So I'll get off my soapbox and get back to the reason of why I bought these Nest sensors. And the reason is the thermostat's located in a bedroom, and ideally in the living room. As you can see here, I placed the sensor between the recliner and the couch, which is where we spend most of our time in the afternoon. And the temperatures in the living room can vary 3 to 4 degrees different from the bedroom where the thermostat is, and also in the baby's room. As you can see here, you look down the hallway from my living room, the thermostat is all the way at the end of the hallway on a wall facing the hallway, which is just really terrible placement in general. So I tossed one right up on top of the headboard, which is in the furthest corner of the room, which would give a good temperature reading away from the thermostat. And then I went into the baby's room and I tossed one right up above the bed there. Now for me, the most important place for temperature in the middle of the night is going to be for the baby. So you can make these adjustments either through the app or on the thermostat itself. You just have to go into the settings, and once you get there, you see you can set it so that instead of the thermostat using its location, you're telling it throughout the course of the day. In the morning, I want to use the living room, midday, living room, evening, living room, and then at night, I want you to use the kids' room. And that way we can be sure that the baby's room doesn't get too hot or too cold in the middle of the night. And now we're not just relying on this very awkward location for the thermostat to tell us the temperature, which varies drastically from room to room in the house throughout the course of the day. So I've had these sensors for 2 days now, and I have to say that they are very reliable. And now I'll walk you through the app so you can see how these sensors integrate with the Nest app itself. So if you scroll down, you can see where those sensors are placed on the main screen. If you go into the thermostat, you can then open it up and see what the temperature reading is in each one of those rooms. And the white dot next to each room tells you which room is being sourced. You can go ahead and switch that to whatever room you want throughout the day, and then you can go into the settings and actually change throughout the day which rooms you want the thermostat to use the temperature from. And that's it for the sensors and the app integration. I have found that the comfort level throughout the house has definitely been impacted in a positive way with these sensors. Now, if only they would go ahead and support HomeKit, they would have by far the best home-enabled devices on the market today. So thank you very much for watching. Again, please click that subscribe button down below. And remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel, and we will see you next time.